The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, and welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. I'm Bridget DeVries, your host for this week's show, and we've got a great show lined up for you. As always, we'll have a feature from WKYT from around the state. Our Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week is going to feature a high school diver. And the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week is the Lafayette fastpitch softball team. From Nicholasville, we'll have the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. They'll take you on down the road for some great high school sports action. From UK Sports Medicine, we'll have Abby Flynn, who's going to talk to us a little bit about appropriate meals for training and competition.
For the first time since the Mr. and Miss Basketball Awards have been handed out, the 11th region sweeps the honors. Your Mr. Basketball is Lexington Catholic star Ben Johnson, and Miss Basketball is Franklin County's Brooklyn Miles. Johnson, who is LexCast's all-time leading scorer, becomes the 9th player from Lexington to win Mr. Basketball and the first since Dunbar's Tavion Hollingsworth in 2017. He is the first Knight in school history to win the state's top honor.
I've worked my whole life for this. Ever since I could walk, I had a ball in my hands. And I had two older brothers, that always pushed me in the driveway. They always made me work hard. So I had to earn everything here. And then as I played my 4 years at Catholic, I had great teammates, great coaches that just kept pushing me. And I had a great foundation. And this is, it's indescribable. It's the best way I could end it.
Ben is signed to play college ball at Bellarmine. As for Brooklyn Miles, the Tennessee signee, she's the first 11th region player to win Miss Basketball since Sarah Beth Barnett of LCA in 2010. Miles is the first Franklin County grad to win this award and the first Miss Basketball to sign with the Volunteers since 1989.
This award means so much to me. I just want all the younger girls to look up to me and just be like, I want to be great. I just wanted everybody to be great and work on whatever they need to work on. And I just love my family and my support and my coaches and my teammates and the KHSAA for making all this possible.
Hey, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. William Warfield here with you, the King of Stream. And we're excited. We're talking about diving, the swimming and diving championships this week, and we've got a couple great divers from Madison Central. Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to have you. You all just competed over there in Versailles, Kentucky, and Cecilia, you placed 10th. In that competition there, the state competition. And Seth, you came in 4th. So Cecilia, we'll start with you, and you can just kind of walk us through how this school year went for you, diving for Madison Central.
So I started diving when I was 8 years old. I started for a summer league. I actually was swimming first, and then I saw the divers. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I have to try it, right? And I tried it, and I really never went back from there. I got older, and I started a club team, Kentucky Diving Club, over in Lexington. And then I started high school diving, and it's really just progressed from there.
Yeah. And what about you, Seth? When did you get started into diving, and how long have you been doing that?
I actually started with lessons from my grandmother. I think I was 6 or 7 at the time, and just like Cecilia, I did Kentucky Dive Club throughout middle school, and then when I got to high school, I started doing high school dive at Madison Central, and then it just progressed through then.
You all have been competing, on a big stage here. for Madison Central, competing, at the state events. We had mentioned earlier, Cecilia, you finished 10th in the state, and then Seth, you finished 4th. How big was that competition for you all personally, and then for your team?
The competition this year was definitely tough, but I think with all the setbacks we have faced with our practice conditions and just the way the season has progressed, I think we did an amazing job both individually and together.
Cecilia, what did you think about the state competition and being able to compete when, many people thought we weren't even going to be able to have a competition?
Yeah. I think despite the circumstances, all of the girls, I know at the girls' competition, I'm sure with the boys, were really positive and approached it with a really open mindset. And that has definitely been helpful because it is very easy to be negative about the situation we're in. But with everyone having a good mindset and being grateful that we're able to compete, I think it all helped us all do better in the long run.
Talk to us about, we talked about how you all started, getting into the sport. Just talk to us a little bit about, this particular season and future college plans. Have you all decided where you may want to go, at the next level?
I know I've decided where I want to go to college. I don't know if Cecilia has yet, but I plan on attending Catholic University of America and also diving for them.
I have not made a final decision yet. I do know I won't be diving at the college level, so I was really thankful to have this last season and this last chance to compete. As for college decisions, I should be deciding very soon. And yeah, hopefully I will decide soon.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you all joining us here today on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
Yeah, much success to you guys, over there at Madison Central, and to you all individually as well when you get to the next level, and we'll be looking for you guys.
Ready. Coach, just talk to us about your team this year and playing here in this region and against a tough schedule like you always put together.
Yes, sir. So this has been a strange year for everybody with COVID, of course, not getting to play last year. So a lot of the kids on our team, they're mostly sophomores. And because of that, they didn't have a whole lot of varsity experience except when they were 8th graders. So what's nice is the kids, they took some time, they really worked hard in the off season and took advantage of the time that they had with COVID to get better. And so when they came out, when the season was able to start back, they were just totally ready to go. So as a coach, you love to see that. I do think that we have a tough region, and we've come out really strong. We've got a 10-0 record. We beat a couple of top-ranked teams already this season. And I think that has a lot to do with the senior leadership that we have. Also, from top to bottom, our lineup, we got kids that can hit the ball really well. We've got 3 excellent pitchers. All 3 of them are sophomores, and they bring a little something different to each game. So I think it's the combination of our defense, our pitching, and our hitting that's allowed us to have some success early in the season so far.
Who's some of your tough opponents in the region and the district right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, Lexington Catholic's doing a great job in the district. They've won some big games against good competition. They just beat Woodford this past week, so we know that they've got a strong team. The other teams have struggled a little bit. They're kind of down. I think for the district, it's going to be tough, probably between us and Lexington Catholic this year. Looking at the region is still strong. I know Woodford County left to go to the 8th region, but we left behind. We have Great Crossing now as a new school. We didn't get to see them last year, so they're going to be tough this year. A lot of those Scott County kids went to that school, and we know Scott County is good every year, so they're always going to be a contender. We also have Madison Southern doing a great job. They got a nice pitcher down there who's done a lot of great things. So we know that those three teams are probably the top of the region right now. But again, you've always got good coaching with Franklin and other all the other Region 11 schools, especially Lexington Catholic, could make some noise this year. So I think it's still open. I feel like we've got a little bit of advantage right now in the first part of the season. So I think we kind of have a target on our back right now. But the kids are ready. They just keep working, and we're excited. All right, I'm here with Kennedy Messi. This is our starting center fielder. She's a senior this year, and of course didn't get to play with us last year because of COVID. But she's come in and done a tremendous job for us. And I'll let her talk to you a little bit about how the season's going so far.
Well, the season's going very, very well. We are winning every game. We're taking every girl into consideration. Like, we're doing the best we can do. Our communication's very good, off and on the field, the dugout. I mean, I just want to go to state. That's it, really.
Talk about what it means to be able to play this season after, having to set through last season without getting to play at all.
Well, after last season, I did not think I was going to get a senior year at all. I was sad at the beginning, but then I realized, I don't know, I wanted to play my senior year.
I'm here with Riley Grants. She's our starting third baseman. She's come out of the gates hitting the ball really well this year, and has been a senior leader for this team for not only this year but the last couple years. She's really shown the kids how to perform, how to work, how to practice, and I think she's been a vocal leader this year as well. So we'll let her talk a little bit about it.
The season's gone really well so far. Everybody's really coming together and supporting each other, which has been like a huge thing, especially coming back from not having a season last year. It's been good to have everybody together again. You can feel like the excitement of just being on the field, and everybody's super grateful. Everybody's just excited to play, and I think that's what's pushing us.
Talk to us a little bit about your position on the team and what you do defensively and offensively for the team.
Well, as a senior, like me and the other seniors have tried to step up and be like a leader on and off the field, just trying to make sure everybody's okay and in the right headspace. And I play third. Yeah. So
Third's pretty tough to play, playing softball, because I know a lot of the girls nowadays are hitting the ball pretty hard. So
yeah.
What's it like playing on the infield at this level, playing in a district and a region like you play in?
Well, I love playing third just because the reaction time is fast. I don't have time to think, which is good for me. And I also like fielding the bunt because you don't have time to think, and so I like just the fast pace of the game.
Mm-hmm. So. What do you think about your teammates?
We're all super close. I love all of them, and we all get along really good. And just the support is awesome from everybody involved, all the way down from 7th to seniors. So it's nice.
Yeah. What's it like playing for Coach?
He's a really good coach. He's really supportive, and he has really high energy, which helps everybody for sure.
I'm here with Natalie Henry. She's our starting second baseman this year. She's a senior. She's graduating this season and going to the University of Western Carolina. So she's our leadoff and has done an excellent job really setting the offensive pace for us. The girls look up to her, and so we'll let her talk a little bit about how the season's going.
Thank you. I think as a whole, our team is doing very well at the beginning of our season this year. And I see us going to state and really working together. We're very supportive of one another. And I just love that about our team because no matter, whenever somebody gets down after, a strikeout or an error or whatever, we are always, so fast to pick each other up. And I think that's very important because, leading to the state, we need to have that. And we need to, know that we can trust one another. And I think that is what we have for this team. And just all around, I think that we'll continue to do well.
What would you tell to some of the younger kids that are, out here trying to work hard and earn that college scholarship, and knowing that you've already got your decision made and know where you're going? What are some of the things that you say to them to help them look up and stay positive?
I am always trying to talk to them about how they can improve their game, and I'm always wanting to help our teammates on the team, and I'll just tell them to always keep their head up, and no matter what, have a great attitude, because an attitude will get you very far in life, and no matter what, have a great attitude and effort, especially effort, because I think that's what really got me looked at as a player, and I'll always be there for them as well.
Talk to us about your role, as a leadoff hitter, and then, defensively, what do you do for the team?
As a leadoff hitter, I know my teammates behind me are looking for that first hit, because that first hit always gets that team rolling, gets our team going, and I just know I gotta put the bat on the ball at least somehow, and or at least come into the dugout even after I strike out, and just tell them what I saw, make sure they're more confident. And I play second base, and I love playing there. I've been playing there my whole life, and I just really talk to the whole team, tell them what plays are going to be made, where should we go, bunt coverages, so we always know what we're doing and we're always on the same page.
The Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week takes us to the ball game between Harrison County and Pendleton County. First inning, Harrison County's Cameron White with a rope right back up the middle. That will drive in Gunnar Cole. But the big story of this game was win number 1,144 for Mac Whitaker to tie PRP legend Bill Miller for the most wins in Kentucky State baseball history. That is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Today from UK Sports Medicine, we have athletic trainer Abby Flynn, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about nutrition and appropriate meals for competition and training. Welcome in, Abby.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Great. Talk to us a little bit about appropriate meals for training or competition before the actual competition or training session.
So generally you want to try to eat about 3 to 4 hours prior to your competition or your training session. And it's a good idea to follow the 3-2-1 rule. And that rule is 3 hours before, you want to try and eat some carbs, fats, and proteins. 2 hours before, you want to eat some carbs and proteins. And then about an hour before, you want to stick to just carbs. So an example of that would be 4 ounces of lean meat, 8 ounces of sweet potatoes, and 2 cups of veggies with dressing. Or if you want to make it a little bit simpler, you can have just a piece of fruit, some string cheese, and about a handful of crackers.
Oh, that sounds good. You're making me hungry. So talk about while you're actually training or competing, are there nutritional choices?
Yes, so during competition, if your competition is going to last less than an hour, you typically don't need a meal or a snack or anything like that. But if you are going to be actively competing or participating, you want to have about 30 grams of carbs per hour of exercise. So generally speaking, you can have a Gatorade or a Powerade, and that'll meet that requirement for every hour.
Right. Gotcha. So, and then once you finish your training session or your competition, what are some choices for afterwards?
So after competition or training, you want to try and get a meal that's high in protein and carbs. Real food or whole food are going to be ideal within the first hour or two after your competition to help speed up recovery. But oftentimes athletes do not have access to food or not super hungry after they're competing. So you can try a liquid meal such as like a protein shake that's high in carbs as well, and that'll be a good option for afterwards.
Are there any other, food items that are important to include or avoid?
I would like to add that you never want to try new food or anything different on game day or competition day. Always try and work those out during a practice day, just so you're not trying anything new on game day.
Gotcha. Great advice. Well, this is terrific nutritional advice for all of us that like to train or the real athletes that are competing. So, Abby, we so appreciate you being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you. That's Abby Flynn from UK Sports Medicine, always giving us great advice to keep us in the games, competition, and training. Well, that's our show for this week, and it's unfortunately the last show for the season. We hope you join us next year for another version of the Scholastic Ball Report. Special thanks go out to all of our sponsors and advertisers. UK Sports Medicine and Rob Ullery, our coordinator. They are our title partner. Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Rafferty's, Whitaker Bank, Mingy Beef Jerky, Sutherland Chevrolet of Nicholasville, and Central Bank. Also, special thanks go to Jeff Anderson, the general manager at WKYT, the King of Stream, William Warfield, and our director, Joel Clace.
Hey, this is Gary Ball. I hope you'll join us for the 19th season of the Scholastic Ball Report. And as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those who see and don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.